Hi there, this is Ben Hewlett. This is the recording of a recent Q&A that I did with a bunch of students. Hope you enjoy it, see what you can learn, pick out the gold dust. There's some nuggets in there. And if you feel you'd like to join these students live, then you can. You can just get in touch with me and ask to come to one of the Q&A sessions. Okay, thanks a lot. And don't forget, if you find this useful and you like it and you want some more, then you'll need to subscribe here and then you'll get some more. Okay, enjoy. Okay, so this is Monday, 29th of September, the last Monday of the month, I think, 2025. And we've got a question coming in about London Bridge. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, so I actually did play the London Bridge from my video diary today at the new speed, and I did know how to change the settings, so it was just the music without you playing by changing the stereo to left to right channel or whatever.
Perfect.
So I did that, and it seemed to come out all right, and I just thought maybe next time I could work on maybe different sound levels, maybe putting some breaks and maybe even some chords just to make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah, certainly. Did you notice anything about the breathing pattern with that tune, London Bridge?
It's a lot of in out, which is quite nice.
Yeah, it's almost entirely. And then just there, almost entirely, it's a draw is followed by a blow. So that makes it a kind of an easy tune for harmonica players in a way, in some ways.
Yeah.
So what Stephen's talking about is when you're looking at the recordings I've done with my books, not the videos, the books. With the books, the way we recorded all of the books was that the harmonica was on one track and the band was on the other track. So it was recorded in the days when we had amplifiers with a balance control on. Do you remember those? Stereo systems. So if you turned the balance to the right, the harmonica would disappear. And if you turn it to the left, the band would disappear and you'd just hear the harmonica. And in the middle, you'd have a balance of what you wanted. So you could sort of dial me in or dial me out, depending on how much help you want, because the aim is for you to be independent. The aim is for you to not need me at all. That's the purpose of this. I'm trying to make myself redundant here. So you can sort of dial it in and dial it out as you want to. You can do it on a computer. You can go into the settings and move the balance right or left. And then also on those tracks, they're audio files, they're MP3 files. So if you double click on them or right click, you can actually have it change the speed as well. So you can change the tempo. Or you can download some of them or just take a phone recording of them and put them into something like Transcribe. And that, again, you can change the speed and alter it as you wish. So you can't just play fast. You have to start with playing slowly. It doesn't work the other way. A bit like riding a bicycle. You have to start slowly, don't you? It doesn't just go fast. It starts slowly. That's the nature of the beast. Same thing with playing music. You can't play music accurately fast unless you can play it accurately slowly. So you just start with that. Can you hear that all right? Yeah. But you do want to have a metronome or a backing track to keep you on. It's like the white lines on the road. If you don't have the white lines on the road, you're going to the hedge or go across the border. So you do need something to keep you on track. And a metronome could be an internal metronome, which is what you're ideally aiming for. You could be walking about. Right, left, right, left. So if I'm walking, right, left, that's a pretty solid metronome. And that's why you see people on stage, you see their feet just doing that. And that's the legacy of the old marching bands. Because the marching bands, the military bands or the jazz marching bands, cannot possibly ever play a note out of time. It cannot be done unless you're a genius. Kids can do it, but adults can't do it. You're walking. You can't play out of time. You can play anything you want and it falls back into time again automatically. So when you see people on stage, sometimes you just see like a big toe moving in a boot, especially the jazzers. And that's a legacy of the marching bands right there. So trying to develop your own internal metronome is a very, very cool thing to do, I think. So I would try to do that. Meanwhile, you use a metronome, click, 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 click. There's lots of free ones you can get on your phone, or you use a drum machine or a drum track, which is the next level of, helpful or unhelpful sounds, and then the full band, which may be too much for your ears to cope with. But playing with a full band is what you're ideally aiming to do. Whether you actually do it or not is a different matter, but the aim for all of this training, the aim is to make you independent musicians who can play with other musicians if they want to. That's the aim of it all. That's the purpose. And it all seems to work. Yeah, good. Thanks, Stephen. It's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Today I did a workshop at my Battersea Dogs Home, actually, it was. Now I think about it. Who's that trying to come in? Is that Ed? Is he in the waiting room? I did a workshop at the my mum lives in a retirement home, and we had 10 people came today. 10 ancient Britons turned up. They each bought a harmonica, so we had a good session. Ended up with them playing "Love Me Do" and "La Bamba" and things like that, all in an hour. It's pretty good, really. Let's see if I can show you. That's them chugging away.
This is going on your website, by the way.
It's going on their website. Yeah. They were really good, I must admit.
Better than me, and I was working on that one for weeks.
Say again?
I was working on that one for weeks. They're better than me, so
Jambalaya.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we just did. All we did was. Go on, Stephen. Say again.
So I was thinking the same thing. That they sounded better than me as well. I spent a long time on it. Not an easy tune to play along with.
Well, it's only got 2 chords, so you're only doing. So that's probably doable, I think. So I'm going to see if I can get any of them to join in with us. So I did a couple of weeks ago. I did another group, which is a slightly different group in the same place, and we had another 10 people. So we've got about, I think, 20 of them now own harmonicas in that retirement home. So we're going to see if we can get some of them to join live. You can see them all leaping around. The average age is about 98, I think. But we'll see what we can do.
Christmas
Cool.
concert, that one, isn't it?
Say again?
It's going to be a good Christmas concert for them.
Well, I've already told them today that they are performing at the choir Christmas concert. They're doing "Love Me Do." I haven't told the choir leader yet, but I'm sure we'll get away with it. So, yeah. Well, why not? It breathes a bit of life. So we've got a couple of new kids on the block, Mike and Phil. So we'll get you guys to introduce yourselves a bit later. But for now, just sit tight, see what happens. This is a Q&A session. and people will probably react to what I've said to them on Facebook. So let's see who's got the next question or the next comment, or who wants any help with anything. So who else have I been commenting on? Marcus?
Me?
Yeah, Marcus, go for it.
Yeah, so I had a go at the blues scale one, the basic one, with the G major pentatonic into blues scale. So I just wanted to have a little stab at that.
Good.
And
what did I say? It's rubbish.
Yeah, and then you said about like no, you said it was okay, but like you were saying, but so there was some bends in there. So I've had a little play with those bends, and I feel I'm getting there slowly. So, but you said there was some blues scales without bends, so that we can talk about today.
Right, perfect. So if you're playing a G blues scale, a blues scale is, I mean, there's lots of blues scales, but would you use the term the blues scale advisedly? The main one we use is a minor pentatonic with a flat 5 added. It sounds like this in G. So it needs to have those exact notes to work. So you need to, first of all, to be able to play single notes very, very clearly. And then...
Shall I play what I was playing?
Have a go.
So I've done a couple more days. Is that all right? Have a stab
great.
again? I'm still quite early days with it, but...
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting closer, isn't it? It's getting closer. So
just a little bit of leakage on some of those where I'm drawing and bending, but
yeah, when you're learning to bend, go for holes 1, 4, and 6 initially.
Yeah,
holes 1, 4,
there's
and 6.
a 3 bend and a 4 bend on there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, exactly. So the 3 bend is going to be really tricky. So that's not a bend to approach initially. Take the course I've done on bending, Marcus.
Yeah, I've been doing that one. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Working my way through that. So yeah.
Excellent.
I can get like the first bend note down, but then I'm struggling on like the second. You can go down a few notes, can't you? On 3, I think, was it 2 or 3? One of them you can go down a few on.
Hole 3 has 3. Hole 3 has 3 bends. Hole 2 has 2 bends.
That's it. 3. Yeah, 3.
Hole 1 has 1 bend.
I'm getting there on the first note down, but I'm struggling a little bit on the 2 and the 3 notes down on the 3, and the second bit on the 1. So
yeah, and it takes a bit of time to figure it out. The best advice, I think, is get really strong on holes 1, 4, 6, and 1, 4, and 6.
Yeah.
So each of those, there's 1 bent note, and there's 3 unbent notes. So you want to do it in a loop of 4, like this.
Yeah.
Repeat. Have a go. You can all have a go if you want, if you're playing single notes. Hole 1. So start with the D notes. That's 1 drawn, not bent. That's bent already. So you've got to say E to get rid of the bend. E. That's it.
That's the bend.
And now blow. Now go back to the bend. Now release the bend. E, say E. That's it. Great. So if you look at this, Marcus, I don't know if you
Yeah.
can see that. It's a bit not too easy to see.
Yeah.
That's it. So you're going D, D, D flat, C, D flat, D. And you're just repeating that.
Yeah.
You do that with a keyboard. You do need a keyboard to do this. So get yourself a keyboard if you don't have one. Or even a keyboard app will do it on the iPad or, something like that. You've got a keyboard. Yeah, right. We use it. And then hole 4 is the same thing, but an octave higher.
Yeah.
And then hole 6 is up here.
Yeah.
So that's what I would suggest to anybody who's learning to bend. Start with those, and that you'll find those are the easiest ones to bend. And then that builds the muscles to do it. Then when you get to holes 2 and 3, you won't have such a problem. If you start straight off on holes 2 and 3, in my experience, people get very, very frustrated by it. So it's best to just take it step by step. And these things get easier and easier as you come on.
Yeah.
But that sounds great. It's getting there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's getting there. So, playing a blues scale which doesn't need bending. If you remember, I said it's a minor pentatonic.
Yeah.
With an extra note added. So minor pentatonics, we have 4 of them on the C harmonica without bending notes. So the D minor pentatonic is probably the easiest and most useful. So you'd play that 4 draw, 5 draw, 6 blow, 6 draw, 7 blow, I think it's 7, 8 draw. So that, I think, Jason, are you writing that down in the chat? Did you get it? Got it. Okay, have a look in the chat then. It should be in the chat.
Okay.
Edward, you're very welcome. We'll get you to... We've got 3 new kids on the block today. We'll get you guys to introduce yourselves in a minute. Just sit here. For the minute, just sit and watch. See what happens. Relax.
Thank you. That was very helpful. Thank you.
So it's... if you look in the book, Bones of the Blues, you'll find it all written out there. And also it's in 17 simple scales. You'll find it there as well.
Okay.
So it's 5 draw. Sorry, 4 draw, 5 draw. 6 blow. 6 draw. 7 blow. 8 draw. So that means you can play blues in D on a C harmonica.
Okay.
And when you want to put the bend in, it's a 6 draw bend, I think. Yeah, it's a 6 draw bend, so it's an easy bend. E-your. So you'll get that. You can work on that, and we call that playing in third position.
Yeah.
D, playing in D on a C harmonica is known as third position, and it's really easy.
Yeah.
There's basically no wrong notes if you breathe in. All the draw notes work in third position. 3 and 7 are not quite as good, but they basically all work. So third position is a really good thing for blues.
Yeah, and you can use 6 and 7 blow as well. 4, 5, 6, and 8 draw.
Well, you can use every note there is, but the draw notes work really, really well.
Yeah, okay.
Draw notes are really fantastic. And then later, when you get into tongue blocking, you can use So third position is much easier than second position for blues.
Okay.
And it sounds great, I think. I really like it. I'm going to get into it a bit more. I'm going to do some stuff on use third position over second position because it's easier. It's a lot easier. And it sounds great, I think. Great. Thank you, Marcus, very much.
Thank you. Cheers, Ben. Thank you.
For that. And we'll get on to young Paul Bleeding Lips Mallon in a minute. But first, we'll just say hello to the new kids on the block. So if we would start with Mike, if that's okay, and then Phil, and then Edward. So if you just, Mike, if you just unmute and just tell us where you're from, why you're here, what you'd like to do, and everybody say hello to Mike. Hello, Mike. These are your new friends, some of them.
Great. Yeah. I'm starting out on a harmonica. It's my harmonica journey as a beginner. Although I did meet Ben, I was working out the other day, I think about 28 years ago, when you were at the
Bristol,
folk house.
Yeah.
Bristol, and did a couple of times with you there. But then I had to leave. I went to do a music degree at Bath University.
Excellent. You can put us right on a few things. But that's good that you've come back to harmonica after doing a music degree. That's amazing. They wouldn't believe you in the uni, would they? Wouldn't believe that you were going to do that.
Well, it's I mean, yeah, I love the idea of getting to know it, and yeah.
Good. It's a very cool instrument. Be interesting to get your views. And Phil's a drummer, so I'm going to get his views on rhythmic stuff as well. So, Mike, you probably will be able to help us all learn new stuff. We're all learning with your skills. So,
yeah, my expertise really is that I've used in terms of I've worked in the music industry for a while. Not as much these days, but I still got my hand in. And so, my main sort of thing was always playing keyboards and recording. So I'm excited about learning the harmonica.
Excellent. So as I was saying to everybody, having keyboard skills is almost essential for harmonica. Not essential, but just having an idea of the keyboard, just to learn the difference between the black notes and the white notes and how it all is asymmetrical, is a very, very useful skill to have, I think, because you can see it. You can actually, I don't play the piano, obviously, as you can tell, but I can put my fingers on the notes and go, okay, that's the sound I need. So definitely recommended. Okay, Mike, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in tonight. Phil, tell us your life story, Phil, in 30 seconds. So you can mute again, Mike. And Phil, you can unmute. Tap this. Let me give you a prompt. You should be able to tap the screen and.
Right.
Hey, that's it. You got it. You're on.
Well, hi.
You need some IT help, don't you?
I do. Yes. It was every time I touched the phone, something jumped up.
Oh yeah.
So I've just signed up today. I have done a course with Ben before 3 years ago, which was one of the brief introductory type courses. I want to develop the harmonica way, way beyond what I can do at the moment, hence me joining up.
Fantastic. And you play in a band or have played in bands? You're a drummer?
Yeah, I'm a drummer. I've got my own band. We haven't gigged for 2 years because the members of the band are spread over most of southeast England. So getting together is not always possible.
Especially when you live in Cornwall.
Yes. Well, actually, I'm the easy one. I can get anywhere at the drop of a hat. It's the others that keep causing the problems.
Yeah, it's always the others.
Lead singer's on the Isle of Wight. Bassist is near in Hertfordshire. Got a couple of the other guys near Heathrow Airport. So.
I was going to say you need a boat, but that's just scuppered that. A boat and a plane.
No. Yeah.
Oh well. Or Zoom.
Yeah. Well, we are going to be trying out some remote rehearsal software, which is
I've told there's something called Moz, which is very good. MOOZ, the opposite of Zoom.
I'll look into that.
And also, I noticed on Zoom the other day, there's a new thing that came up with mine, and it said, if you want to have two people playing music, press this button and it will reduce the latency. You've got to have two people on each side, both pressing that button. It will reduce the latency to make it easier to play. I've not tested it out, but there it is.
Yeah, at the moment I've tried Jam Kazam and that works quite well.
Okay, yeah. All right. Very good. You're very welcome, Phil. Good to have you here. And let's get Mr. Redding. Calling Mr. Redding. Edward, would you care to unmute? I'll send you a prompt.
There we are.
Right, perfect. How are you?
Well, thanks. I'm sorry I was so late. I can't get my laptop to work, so I'm back on the phone. That's why.
Okay, you're very welcome. And whereabouts are you in the world?
Dublin.
Dublin, okay.
Yeah. So I like to play tunes on the harmonica.
Good.
And do you know, I was playing Over the Rainbow, and I don't know if you're familiar with the tune, but the bridge.
Yeah, you need a vast amount of bending to do the bridge.
That's the problem. There's an F sharp in the bridge that I can't get the.
No.
The F
But what
sharp.
you do, Edward, is you're playing it to an audience and you say, everybody, da, 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 and then you pick it up again and play. So you just miss out the notes you can't play, and no one will notice.
Right, but I mean, funny enough, I mean, if you look it up on harmonica, on the tab will just play an ordinary F instead of an F sharp, and I can't tell the difference. So I mean, maybe that's just my ear.
Well, you don't want to trust tab.
No.
People write it and they don't know what they're doing, and they make lots of mistakes. And we had this discussion about things like harptabs.com and all sorts of things. A lot of them are wrong. So you need to go back to the original sources and check that some of them are right, of course.
Unless you can, is there another way of playing Over the Rainbow? Like, you know, on second, like, could I play?
You can play it in all 12 keys once you can bend. Yes.
Really?
Yep. Once you can bend notes. But this, in the early stages, Edward, we're not going to really focus on single notes. We're going to focus on breathing.
Yeah. Okay.
And rhythm. So if you're prepared to be a bit patient with yourself, put the single notes just to one side for the minute, the tunes to one side. We know you want to play tunes. Everybody wants to play tunes. But if you allow yourself to park that just for a couple of weeks, go through all the chugging, the train sounds, all that stuff.
No, it was just that there was one. It was only that there was one note I couldn't play on it. That's
well, it is tricky. So you've got the tune. So that's all easy.
Yeah.
Then you've got the bridge.
Yeah.
Everybody, da 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 da. Hang on a minute. He's not going to sell many ice creams going at that speed, and then you just make a joke and get him it. But if you want to play it, or an octave lower. Doable, but tricky and hard to get it in pitch because it's an overblow in the middle octave.
And you're just playing C. It's an overblow on the
Yeah,
on
either that or you get yourself a trochilus, which allows you to get all the overblows with a touch of a button instead.
You just played an overblow on the sixth on six blow.
On five. On five.
Five blow.
F sharp. But they're doable if you want them, and most people don't bother, but they are there if you want. I want them because I want to be able to play tunes.
Yeah.
I don't. I want to be able to play all the notes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Anyway, good to have you here, Edward.
Thanks.
Just come to as many of these as you can. We do 2 of these a week, Mondays and Fridays at the same time, 7 p.m. UK time zone. They are recorded. This is recording now, so you will be able to watch it on the Facebook group. It goes on the private Facebook group, and an audio version goes onto YouTube. So there's 2 ways of listening to it. The trochilus, are they any good? Marcus says, yes, I believe they are. I think you can get them from Neil at Sonny Boy's Music Store. I think he's got a few in stock. They're worth a go. I've enjoyed it, and all these other tunings, I always come back to the original, but I think they're definitely worth a look. Absolutely worth a look. So yes, that I have got one in C. That's an A. They've got 3 types of tuning with this trochilus. The one I like is the standard Richter diatonic tuning, because it gives me 2 Richter tuned harmonicas basically. This one's in A. So it's A, and then if I press the button in, I've got a B flat. So I wouldn't really consider it a chromatic harmonica because it's not tuned like chromatics are tuned. Hi Josie and Miriam as well. Nice to see y'all. There we are. Good stuff. Got all the ladies in the house. It's very nice. But yeah, I would recommend them. They do 3 different tunings. One is fully chromatic. One is a pop tuning. I don't know what that is. And the other is the standard Richter tuning that we have on our diatonics, which I personally always come back to. I just like it. I'm familiar with it. Even though it's got lots of shortcomings, I like it. There's so many different tunings.
Paddy tuning, when I looked into it, the different colours.
Yeah, there's Paddy as well, which is Richter. It's Richter tuning, but with one hole tuned up. A hole 3 is moved from G to A. Yeah, great stuff. Okay, thanks, Edward. And I'll just mute you again there, and then we'll get on. Who's next, Louise or Paul? Well, Louise, go for it.
Yeah, going back to that pentatonic scale. So
yeah,
I've been doing stuff which you've been telling us not to do.
Why am I surprised? You're a rebel, Louise Wall.
Sorry. Well, the problem is that I can read music.
Why is that a problem?
Well, there were lots of things when, about teaching people to read the notes and things, and I can do that. I can read
use
music.
It then.
Sorry?
Use it if you can. Read it. Use it. Perfect.
Now I really want to get. So I've been trying to do the Sosbanfach.
Okay.
In the just the tune.
Right.
Yeah. Which is just single notes, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I would really like to practice more sort of bluesy type stuff. I don't know whether that that pentatonic scale that you said there, is that the same? Could I do the same on the G harmonica, but do 4 draw, 5 draw, 6 blow, 6 draw? On the G harmonica, could I do that?
Yes, that would bring it into A minor, A Dorian. To be precise.
Okay.
So yeah, and you learn everything on a C harmonica, and then you use your knowledge to understand what it would be on another harmonica. But you do the same thing,
right?
So you learn everything on a C harmonica, and then just transfer it to another instrument and learn what the sound is that you're making and why it's different. For example, if you were playing, or just let's say even simpler, on a C harmonica, that's C, E, C, D, E, first note, third note of a major scale.
Mhm.
So if I did it on the same thing, one blow, two blow on the G harmonica,
Yeah, that's going to be G and
it's going to
B.
be G,
G, B.
A,
B.
B, G and B, yes. So you're doing the same thing, but it comes out in a different pitch.
Yeah.
So just learn, I learn everything on a C harmonica, and then sometimes I'll just kind of play a C harmonica, or play a G harmonica, but I'm imagining I'm playing a C, or the pitch is coming out. I don't have perfect pitch, so that's all right. I'm blessed to not have perfect pitch. That would be really confusing if you had perfect pitch.
So when I'm practicing, so what happens is I often have to practice when I'm lying down.
Right.
And that's very difficult watching the program and playing.
Right.
So I'm quite keen. I used to, when I practiced before, like the piano and cello and stuff. To warm up, we used to do a lot of scales, and
Yep.
I wouldn't mind knowing, I don't know, the pentatonic scale, and then what else I could.
Well, go to
Bluesy stuff.
there's a course called 17 Simple Scales.
Right, is that on the mastery?
Yeah. I'll tell you what course number it is in a minute. Let me
And then bluesy stuff to know, how to make it sound bluesy.
Okay, well, just one thing at a time,
Yeah, sorry.
please. So the one you're looking for, 17 Simple Scales, let me find it.
Number 34.
It's number 34. Oh, thank you. Who said that? You're right.
E.
You're absolutely right. So that's if you want to practice some scales.
Just warming up sort of thing. I quite enjoy that for warming
Yeah,
up.
great. Fantastic. For most people, chugging is warming up, but if you want to play scales, that's perfect also. Brilliant.
Yeah, well, I do practice breathing from the diaphragm,
Good.
pushing the diaphragm out and bringing it in and pushing it out.
Well, that's the ha-ha hoo-hoo thing.
Ha-ha-hoo. Yeah.
So you can't go far wrong with that ha-ha hoo-hoo. You'll never go far wrong with that. That's the best exercise there is for the harmonica, I think, for breathing, for warming up.
For the
Then get onto your scales. Yeah, why not? Now, so the second part of your question was you want to get more bluesy. Have you taken the Blues Level 1 and Blues Level 2 courses?
No, I need to.
Well, that's what you do then.
Find them. So
Blues
that's
Level
different
1.
to Bones of the Blues then?
Say again?
That's different to the Bones of the Blues.
Yep, it's a different course. If you go into Milestone 3, it's 100% blues.
Okay. I haven't looked at Milestone 3.
Right. Well, if you want to get into blues, Milestone 3 is the one for you. But start with, Marcus will tell us, what course number is Blues Level 1 and Blues Level 2? It'd be about 20 something. 21, I should think, or
Okay.
Blues Level 1 and Blues Level 2. Oh, Sean's got it, has he? Somebody had it.
I think they're 21 and 22 or something like that.
But 23 is.
22 and 23.
But 23 is at level 1, 25 is at level 2.
Oh, 22.
23 and 25. So do those first, Louise, and then get into Milestone 2. Milestone 3, I'm sorry.
So that's Milestone 1, 2, I mean, the 22, 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll have a look.
Perfect. Have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Sospan Fark is. Yeah, should I just go on to the next tune after that?
I thought you just said you wanted to get into the blues.
Yeah, well, I do both because sometimes I can be spending an hour doing just messing around on the harmonica.
Yeah, well, tunes are always good. All tunes are good.
Yeah.
So yeah, move on with tunes, and then if you want to get into the blues, that's not really tune based. There are a few tunes, but it's more the groove.
Yeah, well, that's what I'd like to know how to do. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
So just maybe shift your emphasis away from tunes and onto the blues for the next bit. That seems to be your choice. So
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So I know Paul's got some questions, but he's not here. So let's check in with Josie or Miriam.
Hi, Ben.
Hiya. How are you? Yeah, good, thanks. Good. Nice to see you.
I'm all right. Yeah, I was ready to commit to the harmonica, and then life got the better of me, and then I want to get back into it, and I think it's nice having this community, isn't it?
Yes.
That's the thing, isn't it? And it can feel really daunting, so I'm picking it up and not knowing where to begin, and then actually just knowing that the Zoom meetings are, on every week is really nice to return to and be like, oh, it's the community that's already here. So yeah, thank you for this, Ben.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
It's a great pleasure. The only difficult thing about learning the harmonica is finding a time to do it every day and sticking to that time. So everybody's got different lives, of course, but if you can possibly find a time in your life where it's likely that you'll be available at X whatever time, 11 p.m. or 7 a.m. or whatever, if you can find a time that is more than likely you'll be available, put it on your calendar, put it in your diary. Don't take any other work or bookings or anything like that. Tell everybody else to go away, and just fight for your time. Fight for some Josie time. Just block out an hour and do a bit of. Block out an hour and do a bit of, all of you, block out an hour and do a bit of harmonica in that hour, whether it's 10 minutes or an hour, doesn't matter. Just start. Get yourself a plan. So have a look through the program again. If you go to the top of the program, you'll see there's all of the courses are laid out in one big PDF right now. So you can see where you got to before, where you stopped, and then where you want to get into. And, you can sort of cherry pick now because you've done a lot of the basics, haven't you? So
I've done a lot of the basics, but even just like getting back to the chugging now, when I picked it up and I was just like, God, I haven't done that in ages, and it's like actually just chugging is a really nice way to gently get back into it without putting too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to be daunted by that because it's nothing. It's just chugging. Start with some chugging and some train sounds. Do that for a week or so. No pressure.
Yeah, I wanted to ask as well. I seen the bit on the community page. Is that community linked with Facebook, or is it something of its own?
We've ditched that.
You've ditched that.
Yeah, nobody could post on it, including me. I couldn't do it. So we're back.
Yeah, it's just
we're back to Facebook, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be on social media too much. And it's thinking, right, how can I get on this without having to look at loads of people from high school that I can't be asked to see anymore?
Well, I tell you what you do. You open a new account with a different name and a different profile, or nothing at all, no information at all. I've done that because I keep getting kicked out of Facebook. So I just opened a sort of blank profile and gradually filled in information. But don't accept any friends to it. And our little Facebook community is not social media. It's just a private community, a gated community of slightly strange people. It's not social media. There's no adverts. There's no, it's just private. So open a new profile and join it.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Thank you.
Yeah.
Come and join a bubble as well. Come and join a bubble group.
The bubble groups are amazing. Sean, tell us a bit about the bubble groups. Sean runs most of the bubble groups. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Joe, see, the bubble groups are 4 or 5 people that join up every week. So you're with the same 4 or 5 students every week. And you get to tell us where you're working at in the program, and if you want to play something, or or show us what you're working on, that's fine. There's no pressure, but we like people to play on the bubble if they can, just so that we can comment and give feedback and mention certain things and watch their improvement, really. But yeah, the bubble's a great little community for you know, getting together every week for an hour and everyone just showing each other what they're doing and what they're working on and getting the feedback. It's important. It's important.
And you can set your own targets for that. You can say, right, by next week I'm going to learn this. So you can give yourself as much or as little pressure as you want, and then you hold yourself accountable to it for your own benefit.
Oh, well, thanks for that, Sean. Yeah, what exactly is the bubble? Bubble, sorry. What is it?
Everyone's in a bubble. Well, most people are in a bubble group, and there's like one to suit everyone. They're separate to this, separate to the meetings. They're just you'll meet with the same 4 or 5 people every week at a time to suit you. We've got them for an hour at certain times every day, really. So you can go in a bubble group wherever you want to go to, and just join up and just show everyone what you're doing and what you're working on and get some feedback and advice. It's just it's like a little social, but everyone gets a bit of help from each other and gets to play in front of one another. And you're playing in front of the same people every week, so it's not as bad as playing in an open mic or anything. So.
Yeah, and you don't have to listen to me also. I don't go to them.
And it's on Zoom.
And it's on Zoom, yes.
Right, that's where it's at. Okay, so it's on Zoom. Okay, I thought so. Nice one. Thanks for clearing
If you're interested, Josie, just give Rosalind a message and she'll place you in one of the bubbles at a time to suit you.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, no, I think that would be good because one of the main reasons that, I joined this group however many years ago now was not just to play harmonica, but to really build my confidence up, because my whole thing is, just getting the jitters, as I'm sure many of us do when we pick up the mic, and then, we just can't get on it. And I'm hoping that, the more comfortable I get with it, the more I can just have fun with it instead of it being a scary thing. And then I just put it down for ages,
Well, exactly. People come on the bubble and they play in front of 4 or 5 people, and then all of a sudden they turn up on the open mic the first time and they play what they're working on. It's a little step forward into playing in front of people and ending up playing with a band on stage at an open mic or whatever. It's a good little stepping stone.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sean.
No problem. You're welcome.
Perfect. Right, we've got 8 minutes left. Questions? Anybody got any? Waiting for young. He keeps calling himself Young Paul. I don't know. Maybe that's a joke on Paul Young or something, is it? I don't know.
It's a joke on me being the old Paul.
Oh, is it? You're the old Paul and he's the young Paul.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I've got another question, and that is...
Yeah, go for it.
Sometimes I find it difficult to know how to hold it properly.
Okay.
Harmonica.
Well, take the word properly out, Louise. Take the word properly out. You can't. There's no such thing as properly because everybody's got their own hands and their own different ways of.
Right. That's what I was wondering, whether I can, to try and sort of keep it, sort of hollow, so it sounds as if it's. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Resonant. You mean resonant?
Yeah, resonant. Yeah.
Yeah. You can also play with just one hand if that's easier.
Yeah. Or can you, or just move your hands up?
Yeah. You can do anything you want. There's no rules. There's no rules.
Okay. All right.
A lot of people who want to play with a nice resonant sound, they often use a little tin or something, or usually Tom uses a Spam tin, but I've tomato puree. There's no right way to hold the harmonica. See some people who play brilliantly holding it like that.
Okay.
Ideally, you have it further into your mouth. So you open wide and shove it in. You've got your hands touching your face, ideally, so that you don't leak any sound out. And then here, touching your face as well, pressing onto your face. That doesn't work if you're not touching. So it's much more efficient collecting the sound and making it resonant if it's all connected like that. You can tell from my voice, can't you? It's much more like a megaphone. So you try to connect the harmonica like a megaphone, push all the air into it, push all the sound into it.
Okay, yeah.
Or you use something like that. Pilchards, you see, pilchards works well also. This is about tone, Louise, isn't it? And tone, you listen to somebody like Yo-Yo Ma on the cello, and my God, a tone a man gets. How does that happen? It's the same instrument, okay. Even if he's not playing his Stradivarius, he can get a great tone on any cello, can't he? So why? How is he managing to physically do that? It's impossible to know. And with the harmonica, you listen to people who've got fantastic tone. How are they doing it? You don't really know. They don't know also. So I've done a course called 27 Ways to Improve Your Tone. And it's 27 aspects to consider, to think about. Can that help me get a better tone? So there's a lot. So take that course if you're thinking about resonance, trying to make... tone is the holy grail of most instruments, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if you ask someone who has great tone on a harmonica, they asked Big Walter, Sean, didn't they? Big Walter, how do you get that tone? And he says I just use my hands. And that doesn't really help at all. Mind you, his hands are about that long, aren't they? But I don't think he knew what he was doing. He was just fantastic. He was just a genius at getting tone. He just sounded brilliant. I'm sure he
said he only uses his hands, yeah, and then you watch something like a video on YouTube at a Big Walter Boogie or something like that, and he ain't using his hands at all.
I know.
He's just using his tone. It's mad.
Yeah. And Junior Wells is terrible as well. I've seen a half-an-hour interview with Junior Wells and asking what he's doing, and he's just talking jibe the whole time, and he cannot understand a word. Nothing makes sense at all, and he's a brilliant player. And he ends up saying, "It's like that, man." And he just, what? So I don't know the answer. All I know is there's a lot of things, and I picked 27 things that you can look at, such as connecting your hands to your face. That's one thing. Putting it further into your mouth. That's another thing. Learning to breathe from the diaphragm. That's another thing. Posture. That's another thing. What type of instrument you've got. That's another thing. Obviously, a better instrument is going to sound better. A little bit better. Marginally better. So there's all to play for.
Okay.
And generally, as with everything, you get better as you get along, don't you? As you go along, you get better. The same with, listen to someone who's been playing for a long time. They sound better than someone who's just started. So I don't know. It's down to mileage and, thoughtful consideration of how do I get better? And of course, awareness. If you're aware that your sound isn't that great, you're gonna start to question it. How can I get my sound better? It sounds like thin and reedy. Okay, well, maybe I need to have my throat more open. Maybe I need to play with hot air. There's all manner of things to consider.
Okay.
But one step at a time. One step at a time. You've told me about 19 things you want to achieve tonight. One step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. Just one step at a time. Tick them off. Write them all down. Tick them off one at a time. Today I'm working on this. Tomorrow I'm working on that. The next day I'm working on blues. The next day I'm working on tone. The next day I'm working on scales. The next day I'm working on Welsh tunes. The next day I'm working on Scottish tunes.
Well, yeah, the other day I just tried to think of as many nursery rhymes as there were.
Perfect.
and just play those.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Any tunes that you know, have a go, bang them out. I was trying, and then you can, when you get a bit more adept at it, try and work them out in different keys. Yesterday I was trying to play Amazing Grace in 12 keys, and it was extremely hard. It took me about 2 hours to sort of do it, and that's hard work. That's, you know. Marcus says you've got to go. When you got to go, you got to go.
Thanks.
Okay, folks. Well, I think we're
Thank you.
pretty much